Well, I'm hoping everything is together here. Put that here. I like to have this right here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah is coming with an awesome, awesome message. Thank the Most High Yah um, for this message, but it's also a piggyback off for something I heard one of our sisters. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Zyra. I think I'm pronouncing it Zyra. Zyra. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Well, I heard her video this morning, and I really like what she was saying, and I just want a little bit piggyback off of what she was saying because I believe this is something we all should put in our spiritual backpack so that we can enhance our way of glorifying and edifying the Most High Yah and what He stands for today as well as yesterday. And I think this is a message that needs to be put in the spiritual backpack because you're going to need to be able to have something of this kind. So what she was saying, I really salute what she was saying, and I just want to kind of piggyback off of it, and I want you all to know the how important it is to always put the Most High first, not second, not third, not fourth, not fifth, or not after you've put everything else, and then He comes on the tail end. If you do that, know that He is not for you and you are not for Him. And you can play the role as holy than thou and full of the Holy Spirit and full of the Ruach HaKodesh. And, oh, I got my ticket to Mount Zion. I got my tickets to the kingdom. I know He's coming for me. I know I'm saved. All of that is a waste of time. If the Most High Yah is not put ahead of any and everything in your living, then you just messing around with yourself. That's it. Like I always tell you, you're just going in circles. That's all. You're just going in circle after circle after circle. So Sister Deborah is just going to kind of piggyback off of that message the sister taught on her page. Uh, 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 and I say unto you all, let me see if I could. Oh, oh, I'm burning myself. I think I have it right. Let me see. Oh, I put it in the. I put it in um, the live where you can see, so you can go visit her page and hear the message for yourself. Okay, let me put it down here so I won't butcher her name. And if I have it wrong, which I think I have it right, you can go to her page and hear her message regarding being ready. Um, being ready. And honestly, like I say, each and every last one of us should put these sort of things in our spiritual backpack so we can be able to minister it in such a time as this. Because I think that's what it's all about and what it is speaking of. And even about what I'm about to cover, it's speaking of us actually being ready. And it's the power of it, of being ready, is so powerful to where you will miss the whole idea if you don't understand what being ready means. You see what I'm saying? So I left her YouTube page in the live chat. So anybody that want to tune in, and I think that's the right YouTube page. I think that's right. If you want to tune in and hear and the message that she spoke, I think it was beautiful. I really do, and I think it benefits each and every last one of us to hear things like that. because that's actually something she said needs to be put into our spiritual backpack. Okay. Uh, I want to kind of piggyback on what she was speaking of, but I first and foremost want to cover things are being said. There is a whole lot of distraction in the land. And this is why people won't pull together. This is why people won't unite or come into a oneness or reason with each other or get along with each other or anything that has to do with the life, because they are so distracted by all the information that's all in the world. You have to really be careful. But what I'm gonna speak on is actually something that's coming to throw everybody off in this country. And I believe, and I need to, I'm feeling sad already, which I'm gonna have to pray that the Father help me to get that under control. Now I know it's just my flesh, but I'm feeling sad. All of a sudden, it's just like my heart just dropped because I'm just thinking of what I just said. And you probably didn't notice it, but my little heart just dropped because the things that they're saying in this country, it's nothing they saying is true, people. All of it is a lie. It's distractions because of what they're working on and they're doing to you. And the people in this country can't even feel what these people are doing. They can't see it. They can't behold it. So the message today is so fitting to what is actually taking place here on the earth. And I'm grateful. Yes, Father. Yes, I am grateful. I am. And I know you got this here. And I am grateful. What he's saying to me, know that to be ready, I'm speaking only to a remnant. I know that. I know it, Father. But he knows all things. I mean, not just some things. I mean, all things, not just spiritual things. He knows all things. So he knows where I'm coming from and what I'm feeling. And I'm grateful for that, because the moment my little heart dropped when I said, and the people in this country, my little heart just went down, y'all, because I know 100% the minds of the people are nowhere to be seen under anything but unrighteousness, because they following the distractions and the lies and the manipulation and the deception. It's so important for people to follow the wrong. It's just in them. And that's why he wanted me to get that stuff under control. Get that flesh under control, Deborah. Because it has no reason to feel for the world who the world don't feel for my Father. You see? And I know that's out of order, but I just got, that's something I'm going to have to ask the Father to help me in every way that he see fit, that he might help me to get that under subjection. Okay. And there is. And once distraction, and I see it, and I'm like saying, but Father, why can't the people see something? Can they see a pin needle? Nope. They ain't seeing nothing. They ain't gonna get to see nothing. Why? Because too much, the heart of who they are is so dark to the Father ain't gonna let them see a pin needle of light. And then he looking at me. So why are you sad? That's what he's saying to me. Why are you sad? Ain't nothing in these people's heart but darkness. So why are you sad? You sad for darkness? That's what he's saying to me. That's why he wants me to understand with him, he's going to help me to get that under subjection. That feeling of my flesh, I have to get it under subjection. Stop feeling a way for people who don't have no feeling even for themselves or no one else or nothing else, but you over in the corner feeling sad. So what I'm going to say to you all is, They got a distraction with Obama and Donald Trump. This is just something I'm just throwing out there. Don't be fooled. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. And I sat back and I have watched. I sat back and watched Judah be the biggest fool in the world today. Anything these people put out, Judah jumping on it. Judah is jumping on it. But you know what? I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that the Father have taught me the twos. And I'm so grateful for that, because so I can relax. Even though you see Judah doing it, Deborah, know that there's two Judah. One for the dark and one for the light. You see? So when I'm saying that to you, I'm still saying to you that the Judah in the dark jump on any and everything they put before them. They don't even think Donald Trump locking up, trying to get Obama locked up. Why are y'all putting that on your videos, baby? Because you're the Judah in the dark, along with all these other nations in the dark. It's just like you, Father, you finna throw down, and they sitting here playing around. But that's exactly what you meant when you said back in the days of Noah, in the days of Lot. It's matching. I know it. But see, I wasn't alive then. I'm alive today. Okay? So therefore what? I feel that thing. I feel it. And I feel it totally out of order. Okay? So this thing about Donald Trump and Obama, please don't get caught up in that rat chase. I'm speaking to those who are the spiritual seed of the Most High God. Anybody else, go and kick rocks. Put it wherever you need it, where it can manifest in your understanding, in your sense, or whatever. So I thought that was something. And another distraction they trying to pull up is telling the people how they're going to close down, they're going to shut down. I want y'all to understand, it would be so easy. Let me show you how easy. You see this marker? Watch this here. You see how easy that is? See how easy that is? That's how easy it would be for them to shut this country down again. That's how easy it is for them to pour out a biochemical. Just as easy as I'm dropping. That's how easy it is. Why? That's how easy the people have made it. Had they buckled up just a little bit, maybe they would have been more. And this is why they always coming up with saying, oh, they're going to shut down again. They're going to shut down. Somebody like me, you can shut down or you can shut up. It don't make me no different. It ain't going to move me from where I am and where y'all is in me. So you can shut it up and you can shut it down. It's all well with me. But there you have people. And to me, I really can't, and I don't feel it in my spirit. Ride it to, oh, they cut me down. They cut the video. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if I'm still live. Give me a thumbs up if I'm still live. They just put a red mark and words showing me that some type of warning. Give me a thumbs up in the live if I am still live. I don't know if I am or not. Being so, they just put a warning sign. I don't know if I'm still. So if I can get a thumbs up, I might not even can get that. I don't know why it's so hard, but you might not even get that. I might not even be live. So I am good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You see how instant they put a big warning sign. And this is what you all never knew, and you never will know me, but that stuff hurts me, because it hurts me not because they put the sign. It hurts me because they got the sense enough to know what I'm saying is true. And then you get people who come on here, don't know if they're going to come in and try to play the role for all it's worth. That hurts, because I'm like saying, even the world, but then something telling me now, but Deborah, don't forget, even Satan himself and the demons know how to stand before Yah right. So it's just showing you that darkness and evil have more sense than the people on the earth that's living with his truth, his breath, and an image like unto him. The darkness. I had to tell someone that, was that yesterday, how Satan and his demons obey Yah. Let me show you why. The reason why Sister Deborah would tell you Satan has successfully met his goal of why he was down here. He has fully deceived the whole world. And I can say that. No, 99.9 won't see it. Because that shows you there's no sincere of any type of righteous within them to speak righteous. But he has. I told you that Satan and the demons and the devils and principalities, do y'all know? They respects the Most High Yah. Want me to tell you why I know they respect the Most High Yah, and why you don't know that? But why I know that and you don't know that? Why I know that and you don't know it? Is because I know if they didn't, Yah won't be allowing them to exist. If they did not respect and do what Yah say do, that's why they still here. Y'all, and a lot of humans are dead. Even when the world ended, it didn't end for them. It ended for the people, but they were still here. That's why Sister Deborah knows they have a lot of respect and fear for the Most High God. And I ain't talking about the fear he put in us. They are afraid to where they respect him to the utmost. People on this earth right here today, they don't have no respect for him, for the Most High Yah or his servant at all. Because he said to me, if they don't do right by you, they don't do right by me. Because if I'm greater in you and I son you and decide to come in you and let you teach, why I feed you and you feed them. And if they don't respect you, it's because they don't already respect me. So that's about right, Deborah. He always got to make it make sense. He always. So this is why I know, I don't know about y'all, that Satan has highly respect for the Most High Yah. I told y'all before, if the Father put a line there, Satan, demons, nobody crossed that line in the unseen world. So they can say the giants, the aliens, whatever, those in the sea or whatever. He put that line down, they all back up, said, we better not cross that line. I ain't better cross that line. That's the respect they have for him. That's why he still allowed him to be here, y'all. He still allowed him to be here. And he tells you, if you don't respect your mothers, your days, your mother and father, your days will be what? Short. What do that mean? I get your tail out of here. You see that respect? The Most High, take your tail up out of here. How many people you think they got out of here? And here's Satan and his demons and all this wicked still living. And y'all trying to figure out why. Y'all ain't got sense enough to realize why they still living. Because you doing more disobedient than anything. Because you carrying his spirit, his image of his spirit, which is your own spirit. You carrying his breath and you carrying his truth. They ain't carrying that. But they respect him. How about you? What about you? Do you still have that type of respect for the Most High Yah? When that's why they still here. That's why they still here. And nobody would ever figure that out. Because it ain't never was created for you to figure it out. It was created for you to hear what the Spirit says to your spirit, to teach you from that level. That's why they still here. If they was disobeying Yah, they've been dead and already in hell, burning. It's another reason why they respect him. It's because they know he ain't no play toy like humans on this earth wants to treat him and think of him as a play toy. When he's not that, nowhere near it. And that's why I tell you all that 99.9 don't have the respect for the Creator himself, even though they try to live a hypocrite life that makes them assured of themselves that they holier than thou. So I wanted to let you know about this Obama and Donald Trump. That's a distraction. They're talking about closing down the country again. Another distraction. All of it is a distraction because they only have a little time to pull up. And they got to pull up. And the reason why they got to pull up for it's over in Israel. You know, all of those things got to pull up to make them think they got the power. So y'all can tear them down. You see, because he's gonna do that. Tribulation has stepped in on the scene, and he's been on there. Tribulation started, I'm saying 3 years ago. But where we are at in it, we're going up in it big time. And just because people don't see it, the Spirit don't have to let you see nothing. Who are you? Who died and said you something or you somebody? I know. Your flesh keep telling you all that, ain't it? Your flesh telling you this, you that, you this, you that. Your flesh been lying to you for a mighty long time. But the truth be told, we are there in tribulation. And he ain't turning nothing down on cold. It's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter to where you ain't even stand the heat. Oh, it's coming. Not coming. It's being turned up. You just right now feeling the warm and you thinking you in heaven. Okay? So be careful out there with that mindset. I just found out something that I did not know. So there is a lot of distractions, but someone told me today, asked me, do you see all these killings? And I said, you mean you seeing it now? I've been seeing it. It is fully out of control. It is, y'all. It is something that this whole country shouldn't go to work tomorrow, the next day, 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 the next. You shouldn't go do nothing. That's just how bad it is out there. And that's why I know tribulation has already stepped on the scene. Big time. Because I'm sitting here and I know I ain't the only one sees this. But what this message is about, what we're going to talk about, is how being ready and really what that means. It does not include everybody, y'all. Yah has always been talking to a handful of people, not to everyone. Not to everyone. Okay? So I say unto you, it's a lot of things taking place, a lot of evil and wicked, a lot of false teachers, pastors, scholars, science, false ministers, people. People, y'all did not set it up for the world to act a certain way toward a people that they have wronged for 400 years. You're not going to find it. Now, this is the problem I have. How is it they say the Bible is the word and this is what they go by and they study it, but you can't seem to find where he said that those who had us in captivity, while in captivity, they're going to treat you well. They're going to do right by you. They're going to do you good. Judah is like a person that does not act like they're human. Because to me, when you can't use your thought pattern of your own brain to figure out simple things, something is wrong. You got men and women call themselves teachers and ministers, prophets and prophetess and pastors, teaching these people that now everybody is coming to the knowledge that we are the people. We are the people. People! They knew you were the people all this time. You got a lot of people out there that didn't know, but the world as a whole knew who you were. And you the only one don't know who you are. You get on these devil platforms thinking you telling the Europeans and all these other people something, but you won't get with your people and tell them what they need to know. You won't go into your own communities. These people won't go into their communities and tell them anything. But they want to sell their videos to the world. That we are the people. Now they finding out that we are the people. No. Them finding out, it ain't going to make them treat you better. It ain't going to make them do you better. It ain't going to make them give you nothing. It ain't going to make them understand your ways. It ain't going to make them do nothing. But what? Anybody know? Number one thing is to hate you more. That's what it leads up to. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7. They don't grip that. This is why I know that people have a hard time reading their study guide. And in it, they cannot even comprehend it, even at the level in which they study. Because nowhere in it tells you, while in your captivity state, in your oppressed state, things going to get better. They're going to treat you better. They're going to come to know who you are and start doing right by you. You see the foolish people? That's what make me, as I'll just say Hebrew, believe that there is something going on with the mindset of Judah, that he cannot comprehend the basic and simple things that's even taking place in the world. I want to so bad say that maybe they that blind, but the Father say they are only partial blind until the time of the Gentile, until the time of the Gentiles, as if the time period of the Gentiles pulls that blindness off of them. But they're even more blind today than they have ever been. People don't grip why today is worse than any other time that ever exists on earth. That's another thing people don't respect. They don't respect the authority of how the Creator himself has set things in order. What are you saying, Deborah? They don't respect his will. They don't think he has a legit will. They don't think he has a legit power. They don't think he has a legit authority. They really don't. Because they have no respect for no order, none whatsoever. but the order that the world set them in. Oh, they followed that order. But the order in which his will has orchestrated everything from the kingdom, nobody want any part in it. And they won't. So I want to show you all something. Let's rumble. In the book of is that Zacharias? The book of Zacharias, chapter 14. Zacharias, I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, that's 14. 14. Zacharias, chapter 14, and verse 20. I need you all to help me here. The book of Zacharias, chapter 14, and verse 20 and 21. I want to say to you all, I have never in my living seen this. Never, never, never have I read it, nor have I seen it. But I want to show you something. This is the part that gives me comfort. It's when I know something and I knew it for years. And I'm trying to figure out, well, wait a minute now. There it is. So it's something behind that. Yes. I would think that Obama is an Arab. He's black and an Arab. I would think. If not, black and Iran. That's what I would think. Am I sure on that? No. But I believe, I don't think he's European at all. At all. Not from the level of who he gonna pull up in the days, not the days, in that day and be. I think he coming from a different end. He's coming from an end in which y'all coming from another end. Already addressing, even to this very day, how he's going to deal with them. And I think Obama coming from them, their end. Okay. So in Zacharias chapter 14 and verse 20. In that day, y'all hear that? In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto Yah. Okay. And the pots in Yah's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Now hear this, y'all. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holy unto Yah of hosts. And all they that sanctify shall come and take of them. What time period, not time, what day is this? Let's read it again. Verse 21. Zacharias chapter 14 and verse 21. Ye, yea or ye, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto Yah of hosts. And all they that sanctify shall come and take of them and see it therein. What time, what day is that? Or do you all know? What day is that? Anybody know? I give you time to look and see yourselves and see if you could really pinpoint what day is that. Notice in the beginning, in verse 20, in that day, In that day. So we got to understand, in that day is what? When is that? When it's saying in that day. Very good. Very good. Very good. You're right. Exactly. 100% true. Mount Zion. Exactly. Now, I want you to listen to what it says. Now, Sister Deborah been knowing this for years. Okay. I've even spoken it to you all, and I know a lot of y'all probably don't remember it, because a lot of times I was saying it going in one ear, not the next, or it went over your head. Okay, but a lot of things I have said, it's going to come back to you in the times, and as not time as we move forward. Okay, now we in verse 21. Ye every pot in Jerusalem, which you already said in Mount Zion, and in Judah shall be holiness. Holiness, okay? Until Yah of hosts, okay? And all they that sanctified shall come and take of it. So it's saying, and all of those that are sanctified, meaning set aside, Yah has chosen them, and they're set aside, meaning He chosen them. He sanctified. That they are sanctified, means set aside, shall come and take of them. Okay? And see therein. And see therein. Okay? Do y'all see that? I want you to see that. Now watch this here. And in that day, there shall be no more. Y'all hear it now. Here. There shall be no more Canaanite. Who is the Canaanites? In the house of Yah of hosts. Y'all letting them know. And that's why I try to tell y'all, you have to be able to have the Holy Spirit so He can give you the insight. This I never seen here, y'all. He's letting you know Canaanite won't be, the Canaanites won't be allowed, y'all, in the new Mount Zion. They're not going to be allowed to enter into the Mount Zion. Remember, He said all nations are going to be coming up to Mount Zion to worship. Oh yeah, but Yah done already set it up. Those who are not coming, and they know it. They are also connected with the elites and been doing all this wicked and evil. So they know already that they're not going to. They know about Mount Zion, y'all. They know they're not going to be able to come up. Now, I need you to tell me, who is the Canaanite? Who is the house? Who are the Canaanite? Anybody in the live, do y'all know who the Canaanite is? Because they're not going to be allowed in Jerusalem, nor in the kingdom. For real, y'all. The fake ones, you said the fake ones? Okay. The Canaanite, you saying that they are the fake ones? Okay. Okay. So are you talking about the fake Jews? Okay. Someone says, what's that? EWS. Who is that? Small hats. I don't know. Y'all, come on now. Y'all losing this little old head. I don't understand. One said, okay then. Right. That's what he said. The fake ones, the small hats. I'm telling y'all, Sister Deborah is slow. I'm telling you, I'm slow. Okay. Now, the Canaanites. You're going to tell me that you all knew that? I guess you did if you said it. So you knew that. because they were on the list, actually in the study guide. They are also is included as the Canaanites. But who are the Canaanite as a people? We know that they're not Canaanites, but that's where they've been born and they've been living and portrayed. Palestine, y'all, another one. And I told y'all to don't be bent over the Palestinians. Now, you don't want people to be killing people and children and killing people, but don't get bent. And I tell people, don't get caught up in that. Okay? As can I. Yes, right. They were listed as it. It's in there. It's listed them as being in there, but it says that they're not the original. So so I know what they were speaking of, and you all are right. But guess what? What happened to everybody else, y'all? I don't get it. The Canaanites they are the fake Jews are the small amount. Who are the Canaanites? Y'all can't pull it up. Palestinians, they're listed. And you know how sad that is? Look at what they're going through now. And they are listed not to be able to come up to Mount Zion. You y'all know how sad that is? Deborah, what did I tell you about sad? Okay, Father. The Palestinians, they're not going. The Lebanese, they're not going. The Arabs, the one I was telling you, I think not Donald Trump, Obama is, he's an Arab or Iran, but I think he might be the Arab. And then you got also black Canaanites. They come out of Egypt, the part of Africa. The Father wants me to know, because I never saw this, and then I looked up who is the Canaanites of today. Then I look up who were the Canaanites of yesterday. And these people are not going to be able to come to worship in Mount Zion. So what did I tell you today? All because when you do your study, if you ever decide to do your study, all because they are and have always been an enemy to Yah. You see? The Palestinians running around here trying to claim Gaza and all this land over here. All of them fighting for something that they don't even belong to them, y'all. And nobody saying a word. Nobody. And I looked at the pictures of how they tore that country up. What's they call that area? Whatever they call Gaza or over there in that. Oh, they just tore that thing up. I ain't never seen nothing so torn up. I mean, houses stacked all on top of each other, torn down. It's up. The Canaanite. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. And until the Father really schooled me on the Sabbath day about it, I'm just going to tell you my own little feel until he schooled me. I found out, yeah, you might as well say it, that the Father he has some beef with Jacob's son. Not Jacob's son, Isaac's son, Esau. The Father has some hardcore beef with Esau. As I look and did search of Esau, they call Esau Edom. Edom. Edom is connected to Esau, and Esau is connected to Edom. But it leads you to people like the Arabians and others representing Esau, representing Edom. I can't even pinpoint Europeans to be connected with Esau at all. Because I'm trying to figure out if Esau is Edom and Edom is connected to the Arabs, I know they are one of them, and others, how did we get Europeans to be Edom? How could they be Esau? A lot of it, you know what? The Father is not going to waste time teaching people and trying to get people to understand it, because he said to me, even as I'm talking it now, it's clearly seen. So somewhere we are missing something. Just like here, the Arabs, y'all know that you notice they sit back quiet. You'll hear nothing going on with them. But they played one of the biggest roles in the Atlantic slave trade and many other things that have taken place in this country. And not just in this country, but in the world. So I can understand them not being able to come up to Mount Zion to worship. It's a lot of them not going to be able to do that because they're Islam. You see? So I know that it's a lot of them that's not. But when you do your search and you read it, and then you do your search and through the Ruach teaching you to it, showing it to you, revealing it to you, it'll blow your mind. Because it talked about the black Canaanite is connected with Egypt. The Arabs, the Palestinians, the Lebanese, they're not going to be able to come up to Mount Zion. So if they ain't gonna be able to come up to Mount Zion to worship, like all the other nations going to be able to, that should tell you who they are today. And this is the stuff that bothers me, because I wonder, when you think of the scholars and all these Bible thumpers and all these so-called all this here, supposed to know all this here stuff, they don't know nothing. They just running their mouths in hope they're gonna look up and get something that's really gonna throw everybody off. Okay, he said he hate Esau. He sure did. He said he hate Esau, but now you got to understand who Esau is. He is Edom. Esau is Edom, not Europeans. If Edom mean Europeans or Europe, then yeah. But Edom is still somewhere in the Middle East. Over in that area. And that's why I think that people have spoken so much wrong. No one is going to come back and tell the truth. Not in this day. Esau is Edom. Edom. Okay? And Edom is not European. So I'm trying to, I said, Father, that don't even make any sense. Well, why would they get that lie? That's all they live on, Deborah. This is the world loves its own. It's a liar and the world is a liar. So I don't know where they're getting that from. But I wanted to share that with you all so you can look into it and you see it. You will see it just as clear as day that he actually letting them know that there are people right here that we can know today that ain't going to be able to come up to that mountain and worship Yah. Because he said all nations are going to come up and worship him. But these one here, he said they ain't coming up nowhere. So they got to that tells you right there. Something ain't right. And it ain't going to be right. because people have believed the lie. Now, what I was talking about was the young lady, sister, that was I put her web page, YouTube page up at the top in my live chat where you can check out her video. Here, I want to talk about and kind of climb on top of her message a little bit. The reason why is because I think that that message belongs in the spiritual backpack, because it would help support us in where we're at today and where we're headed. And that we into tribulation, perilous time. Hearts, men's hearts is going to fail them. And if you don't think men's hearts are failing them, I don't know what to say up to you. You see, because it's a full denial. It's a full denial on this earth that we are in perilous time. But guess what ain't in denial? All this stuff that they trying to tell you that's going to happen to distract you from really the prophecies and the things that's actually happening, to keep you from seeing that we're really in the tribulation. So they coming up with all kind of things. And I know, have you all heard of a lot of things that they keep pulling up? You seeing a lot of things that's being said, and a lot of it, 99.9, is just a lie. But they got to keep you distracted. This was what make people not see the prophecies, because they seeing this, everything they showing them. Oh, it's what they say, you know. And no one is really. How long are you going to believe the world lie? When is there going to be a stop? When are you going to say, wait a minute, y'all, we can't continue this. We can't continue to lie. We cannot continue to believe the world lie. Why are we continue to? People, it's like they love it. It's like that's the best thing going on. Let them come throw us a lie. We all jump up on it. So today I want to show you what the sister was talking about in her video. Was a really, really good video. Very good. And I wanted to just kind of piggyback on it and to show you in the spirit and truth about how important it is. Because when we tell y'all something, 99.9, they don't think they should be ready. They figure they have. I got my ticket in my hand. I know I'm saved. I know I'm sanctified. I know I'm full of the Holy Spirit. I'm going to Mount Zion. He come to get me. This is the mindset. Because their flesh have lied to them. Now, let me show you something. This question I'm going to ask you all in the live, and I know this is a pretty powerful one, and I know you might not be able to answer it, and it's okay. And then you might answer it. How can we be ready? How can we be ready if Yeshua HaMashiach is coming as a thief in the night? How can we be ready if Yeshua is coming as a thief in the night? So how are you going to be ready? If Yeshua is coming as a thief in the night, how is it you're going to be ready? Anybody can answer that? Anybody can answer that. How can we be ready for when the Son of Man come as a thief in the night? Don't forget, he's coming as a thief in the night. So how can you be ready? The zeal. Let's say, okay. Oh. Okay. Zeal. Okay. Anybody else? How can we be ready? No, you can use that. How can we be ready? It says, be ready For no man knows the day nor the hour in which the Son of Man comes. The Most High done sealed us, okay? Okay? The Most High have sealed us, okay? I get you. Our nasty tails need to clean up on Mount Zion. That's true. That's true. Washed new name and a new heart and walking in Yah. But how can we be ready before we get to Mount Zion? See, Yeshua is coming as a thief in the night. And what we have to understand, the verses we finna go over is telling us to be ready. Don't be caught off guard. Be ready, be ready, be ready. So how can we be ready if he's coming as a thief in the night? Now watch this. No man knows the hour, the day, nor the hour, but the Father himself, not even the Son of Man. So how is you going to be ready when it tells us to be ready? Sealed. Okay, no, I knew what you were saying. Okay, here we go. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 42 through 43. How can we be ready if he coming as a thief in the night? Not even the Son of Man who's coming as a thief in the night knows not the day nor the hour, only the Father in the heaven. Someone says, knowing the time we're in. That's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. And that plays a really good role. That's a pretty good, because watch what you something you're saying there. I'm getting ready to show you in verse 42. Keeping your lamp full. Okay, you said keeping our lamp full. I would ask you, how do we do that? Being so the 10 virgins came down here with the oil. That's how they made it back with the oil. Okay? They came down here with the oil. Okay? So here we go. Matthew chapter 24, verse 42. Watch. It says, watch the Ruach HaKodesh. Okay? That's a good one. That's a good one. Now listen to this. Watch, therefore. Watch, therefore. It's telling you to watch, therefore. For ye know not what hour the Lord doeth come. He letting you know you ain't gonna know. But he's telling you to watch, therefore. So you know when you said knowing the times we're in. I don't know how you were able to grip that, but I don't know if you know how important that is. That is so, so important. Because look at verse 42. Watch, therefore. It's telling us to watch, therefore. So what are we watching for? Exactly what you said. Knowing the times we are in. Watch for the times we are in. So that's a good one. A real good one. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised you came up with that. I don't know how you got it, but that's really good. Knowing, watch, therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do it come. But what he say do? Watch. When we watch, what do? We watch and we hear. We hear and we watch. What are we watching for? The times that was told to us based on things to come. We're watching it and we're hearing it. We're hearing it and we're watching it. When I read that, I thought about myself. I said, Father, I can actually be a watchman. Yes, you can. Because your whole purpose on this devil platform is always giving them what you see, what you watching. What do I tell y'all? Y'all don't see it? All this stuff going on. Nobody sees. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody doing nothing. Y'all don't see this stuff going on. What is going on where everybody don't see it? So the Father said to me, when I asked him, I said, so Father, I can actually be a watchman. Yes, you can. Because you're watching out and you're reporting it to the people. You see? You are actually watching stuff and you reporting it to the people. A watchman supposed to watch out for you, you guys. They supposed to look out for you. They supposed to keep watch. They supposed to peers into the direction. Okay, they supposed to behold. I mean, look. See, these are the things. It's like a guard. You see, this is what a watchman supposed to be doing. But I'm gonna be honest. I have not seen as 65 years a real watchman on post, a real spiritual watchman on post. I cannot give you, you know how you can say, I know this man, I know this man, I know this guy, or I know this woman. They're not there. They so busy watching their home, their business, their community, their neighborhood, their taxes, their voting rights, their laws of the land, the things of the world. They so busy watching all of that. So what did that tells me? This is what all these people on the YouTube doing. They are watchmen for the world. The moment the world shoot a lie to them, they'll blow their page up to give you the lie. You see? So we, in verse 42, it says, watch therefore. Okay? Keep, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, watch therefore. So what are we supposed to be doing? Watching. Hearing, watching. And in that process, as a servant, you're supposed to report it to the body of Hamashiach. And that's why I say you don't see that on these platforms, and you ain't going to. Okay? So, listen to what it says. It's telling you how you're supposed to watch. Then it gives you an example. Now, I'm going to mess with you a little bit because it's going to ask you some things. Verse 43. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come. You hear that? Who is the good man? Who is the good man? Anybody know? Who is the good man? Do you know who the good man is? Verse 43. But know this. So he's telling you this is something you should know. No, you should want to know that as a parable sense, but it's giving you the kind of information so you would know that this here is something that's important. Okay, the servant, the watchman. Yes, it could be the servant. It could be the watchman. Yes, that's who the good man is, because he serves Yah. You see what I'm saying? Now watch what it says. But verse 43. But know this, that if the watchman of the house had known it in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. You see? So he's showing you that an example of how you can be, let's say, a servant or a watchman. But had you really been watching, you would not have suffered your house to be broken in. You see? He just giving you the example of when Yeshua come, you're supposed to be watching, hearing. Now, when I said to you all something about how I cannot become, I can actually say that I'm a watchman. Because what he's trying to get you to understand, a watchman watches out. Why? Because they hear, they see, okay, and they report as well. Okay, now watch this here. Here he's giving you the example of what we should be doing: watching, hearing, and report. Okay. Verse 43, he's letting you know if the good man would really been watching, hearing, and reporting, he would not have allowed the evil one to suffer him to in his house to be broken. Okay, trying to get us to understand where we need to be today. Do y'all know 99.9 of people will not and refuse to? And it's just like in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. They perish. They're going to truly die in this day and time. And when I say in this day and time, I mean at any day, any hour, any week, any month, because we're in tribulation. And no one is watching. And that's not why they're dying. It's because they're perishing, because they reject anything that's truth. So when this sort of information comes out, they don't ever be able to get it. So they live and die without knowing what y'all know today. So here he's saying, giving us an example of where we need to be. Guess where he's talking about? Do y'all understand what he's saying? What is this here Yeshua trying to get us to capture? Do y'all understand what he's trying to get us to capture? Okay. Would you say I'm definitely I was saying that to the Father when I was going over this. I said, well, Father, I can actually be a watchman. You know, I mean, really. And I think what makes you that is simple. You know, you're watching, you're hearing, and you're reporting. But now is the powerful question. This watching and this hearing, and why the good man house got broken in. What's the difference? Do y'all get it? Okay. Yeshua trying to get us to understand being ready for when the Son of Man comes, wanting us to be ready in our inner man. It's not being a watchman on the outer man. It's being a watchman from the inner man. Watch, hear, and report. What are you watching? With a spiritual eye. What are you hearing? With an ear that hears. What are you reporting? Whatever the Holy Spirit is saying to you, you're reporting it to the people. Only place y'all want us to be ready is in our spirit. It's in our spirit. That's why he gave you the example of the good man. You see? And even though he didn't know the hour in which the robber was coming, he wanted us to understand we're not going to know when the Son of Man comes. So even the good man didn't know when the robber was coming. So he's given us an idea of how when the Son of Man come, even though Sister Deborah can be a watchman, it's not going to, I'm not going to be able to catch the thief, because Yeshua coming like a thief in the night. I'm not, no matter how much I watch, I can watch for him coming based on what was prophesied and what I see, but I will never catch the thief when he comes, because he's coming like a thief in the night. And if he don't know he's coming, what makes you think I'm going to know he's coming? What do you mean by that, Deborah? Because the Father said, no man knows, not even the Son of Man, but the Father himself. So if the Son of Man don't know the appointed day, hour, minute, second of that day that he's to come, what make me as the watchman to know? I have to watch in the spirit. I have to hear the ear to hear. And I have to hear what the spirit is saying from the inside. That's how we be ready. We can't be ready like we're going to catch the thief. That's why the good man can't catch the thief. And that's what they telling you. Had he known that the thief was coming, he could have stopped him. But he's given you and I, as the good man, an example how we're not going to catch the Son of Man, because he's coming like a thief in the night. So that's what that verse is talking about. You get it? That's what it said. Okay? So when you see that, we now have to go back to understanding how we must be ready. It's going back. I sit and I told you all throughout how spiritual food, your spiritual backpack, and your light. Those are all the things you're going to need to what? Be ready. To be ready. The power in being ready is to have what you need when that time comes. And all that you need when that time comes is all that he's coming for. Is that what you have? So he said, just be ready. We have to be ready from our inner man, not our outer man. Because we all what? Going to be full of sin. We're going to do wrong. We're not going to be perfect. We're going to go through and we're going to have so many issues. But he's saying, because I was teaching you all yesterday about how most people are prepared for everything in the world on the outer man. Most people are prepared to take care of everything on the outside. Oh, they got this ready. They got this. They got this. So many people are so ready till they're not ready. They're ready for the world. They're not ready for tribulation. You said something. That's why I was telling you that's the key. Knowing the times we're in. The world, even those who say they are the light, they're only ready for the ways of the world. That's why I was just telling y'all about all these distractions. They're not being ready. You see what I'm saying? They're not being ready. They're not watching and hearing and listening to with the ear to hear from the Holy Spirit within them. They so busy with the world and everything going on in the world. That's what I was speaking of yesterday. Because believe it or not, people love everything that they have, that they're getting, that they're doing. They love those in their household. They love those on their jobs. They love those that are their bestest friend. They love their communities, their different clubs. They love everything in the world. And everything in the world that I just labeled, guess what? It's not ready. And that's what the Father is not telling you. He's not telling you that's how you get ready, is to love the ways of the world and everything in the world. Because I, Sister Deborah, as a prophetess in the wilderness, this is my learning this, that people would desire everything outside of them, which is flashing out, before they even let Yah on the inside even get the tail in. I know y'all probably said, Sister Deborah, you shouldn't say that, but that's the truth. They give him, oh, okay, I'll catch you on the rebound. You can get the tail in. That's how detached people are to the things that they have, what they got, their surroundings, the things around them, what they got stored, what they got in the bank, what they got in policies and insurance and what is it, investments and gold and silver and what they got, how many years they've been on a job and how they waiting to retire because they got this many years. Everything on the outside of them, they are ready, so they think. So when he's telling us in this study guide about being ready, let me tell y'all something. If you don't think the Father terrible day of Yah is not coming, and you don't think the Yeshua HaMashiach is not coming, let me tell you something. Don't be ready. Because if you don't be ready, you wasn't supposed to be ready no way. But I just can't get, how is it that we think that if he's saying be ready, that it don't mean be ready? That's what I don't understand. Why is it people believe enough to say when he say get ready, but really he don't mean be ready? You shouldn't have to be ready. Because you know why? They're not ready to leave nothing they have, nothing they got, nothing they getting, nothing they got coming. People got life insurance, not life insurance, lawsuits that they ready for. They waiting for it. This is how ready they are for the world. They ready to see what the world has to offer, what the world going to give them, what my tax is going to be, what my vacation is going to be. But guess what? When you are ready from the inside, you can go anywhere on the outside. You know why? Because you're ready from the inside, people. Once you are ready from the inside, you are fully ready for anything. Because that's all he wants us to understand. You know why? He wants me to let you know it. His will be ready. So he ain't talking to nobody outside of those that are his. And all he said, be ready, I'm coming. You see? See how simple that is? But the world got you being ready too. Because you ready for everything it says that's coming. And everybody happy about it. This world has nothing to offer you. So you better think that I'd rather be ready in my inner man than to be ready on my outer man. But you know what? The truth be told, the actions of how you prepare your outer tells you that you're more prepared for your flesh than you're more prepared for your spirit. So when he tell us to watch and be ready, he's letting us know for the inner man. Because the Son of Man ain't coming for your flesh. So he got to be talking about your spirit. So therefore, how can a man in the flesh get his spirit ready? Can he? Or do you know? Can someone answer that? Can a man in his flesh get himself ready in the spirit? Do anybody know? And the greatest tribulation. Yes, because he said, like no other ever exist on the face of the earth. So we know that's a great tribulation. But do anyone know? You can. So when you hear this, this is what he's talking about. Now I want to show you something else here in this same watch this here. 46. We're still at Matthew chapter 24 and 46. Listen to what he says. Blessed. Blessed. You know who he's talking to? The blessed ones. Who are the blessed ones? The ones that he has blessed already. See, Yah is not moving on your time. See, that's why I say I feel. Don't say that word, Deborah. We got to cut that language, that way you say it. When I think of it being in the flesh, even being a mother, being a female, having that feeling, I think of this here. If he blessed you, he already blessed you. Okay, watch this here. Blessed is that servant, Deborah, whom his Lord, when he come, shall find doing. Shall find doing. So when the Son of Man come, what is it we are to be doing? Or do you know? See, that's why I say, you see how far people are? They don't know. Listen to what it says. Matthew 24 and verse 46. Blessed is that servant whom the Lord, when he come, shall, not might, he shall find so doing. And why should he find him so doing? Anybody know? No, the spirit has to be ready. That's like Lot looking back and being turned into, like Lot's wife being turned into a pillar of salt. No, she wasn't ready. That's why she was looking back. Just imagine, she probably was looking back at everything she left. All she had, her house and everything. But when they came, either you ready, and you know what, she wasn't ready. She was not just ready. She wasn't ready in the flesh, and she wasn't ready in the spirit. Her spirit grieved over what she was leaving. So he let her go with it. Didn't it all turn into ashes? I believe she turned into ashes and not a pillar of salt, to be honest. You see? So here in 46, it says, blessed is that servant whom the Lord will come, when he come, shall find so doing. You know what's beautiful about that, y'all? Let me show you. You see that word blessed? You see blessed? It's letting you know the blessed ones, when the Son of Man come, they're going to be found doing. So you get doing what? Watching, hearing, and what? Teaching it, speaking it. This is what bothers me, because I can't find no one doing that. And in me, I'm like, say, where they at, Father? Where the body hum see? Where they at? You look left, you can't find them. You look right, you can't find them. You look up, you look down, you look all around, and you can't find it. And you wonder, well, wait a minute, is something wrong somewhere? I love what he said. In here it says 46, blessed. You're already blessed. That's why when Yeshua come, he gonna find you doing. What do you think he means when he said find you doing? What do you think he means? Okay. Watching in the spirit with the faith and the fear, the support of faith and fear. Exactly. So do you see what he's saying? Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he come, shall find so doing. Who is it he looking? Who is he? He's the blessed ones are going to be found by Yeshua, the Son of Man, when doing. The blessed ones going to be found. They're going to be not found, but they're going to be found. He gonna find them doing. They're gonna be doing, not running their mouths, but actually doing. You see, they're watching, they're hearing, and they're reporting everything the Spirit of the Holy Spirit is speaking to them. So when you sit and you wonder, well, what is Sister Deborah talking about? Brick walls and going over their heads, and this is what I be trying to say. You might think I'm a cuckoo clock, and I am a cuckoo clock. I'm a cuckoo clock on your time period, on his watch. I'm his cuckoo clock. Okay? But I'm telling you, here it's also showing you that the Son of Man is going to see those that are doing. What are they going to be doing? You see? Doing the Father's will. Exactly. So is that standing still? Is that sitting back on a brick wall? Sitting up in the corners trying to sit at the table every day you get a chance? No. But let them sit. Let them be the brick wall. People don't understand. It ain't so much as you sit at the brick wall. You dead at the brick wall already. You sit at the brick wall because you dead. I mean, at the table because you dead already. You eating food that ain't gonna benefit you because you're sitting at the table dead already. Or not, Judas, he was dead already. Because the moment it was time for him to go betrayed and his mission was done, what did he do? Gone. You see? That people don't understand. Sitting at the table don't mean you nobody. He said, find you doing what? Sitting at the table? Being a brick wall? Because you want to sit at the table, so I don't want to do nothing, but I'll be at the brick wall and I can be at the table. Be there. But you're there alone. Because the Father told David, not the Father told David, David explained to us what the Father had gave him in the prayer. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. Your enemy gonna always be in your presence, you guys. They're gonna always be in your presence. But when the enemy's in your presence, y'all gonna always anoint your head with oil. That's how ignorant they are. Because there's so many people are so cunning till they become to the point where they think they're smarter than the Most High Yah. When they get like that, they already in the kingdom. They the type that, hey, look, I got my one. I don't care what nobody say. I've been delivered. I'm saved. I'm sanctified. I got my ticket. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say. Luck. Okay? So, doing the Father's will. So, watch verse 47. Verily, I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over his goods. Wait a minute. What is Yeshua saying here? Listen to this. Verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over his goods. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, and y'all might not, you might understand this not now, but later. When you are at a place where Yah is using you, okay? And in this example, Yeshua done came, and the blessed ones are found. When he came, they were doing something. And then in verse 47 said, verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his good. You know why, y'all? After this, after Yeshua come, when we get to Mount Zion, when the New Jerusalem come, okay, when the New Jerusalem come, the new kingdom, it's not gonna be nobody ruling over anyone, okay. Y'all ain't gonna need you to keep this area here. I need y'all to lead over here. Not in the kingdom, y'all, not the New Jerusalem, but in Mount Zion, y'all. We got 1,000 years to live there. Let me I'm gonna give somebody a blessing. Let me give you a blessing. One thing I can definitely say that kind of make me kind of think of is y'all didn't allow no one else to go over to Mount Zion but the babies, the younger people. Yeah. So you got just with me, in my mind, I'm like, so Father, if that's the route you take, I'm with you. Because you know what's best. That's because from what the standpoint, if he had to say to me, so like he asked me, what do thou see it? Do y'all understand when the Father asks you, what is it thou see it? Do y'all know what that means? That means Yah is saying to you, tell me what you see in the spiritual eyesight and in the natural while you in the flesh. What is it I see? And then he wants you to break down what you see. Now, if he had to ask me, what is it that I see it? And it had to relate to people of my age and younger and older, I would say send us all to sleep. Kill us all in the war. If you can take the babies to Mount Zion, take them. That's how because what I see, if he asks me what I see, it's too many old people. And when I mean old, I'm saying from 45 and older that ain't doing a rat's behind. Running around here thinking they hound a hog in the Most High Yah. Ain't set no example to these young people at all, y'all. None whatsoever. Not being a good example at all. I can see why y'all ain't gave a lot of them no kids. I can see that because they too selfish. They too ornery. They self-centered. They pride-minded. And the top, they too greedy to take care of anybody's kids. Let known their own. Their heart is too greedy. And I'm speaking of elderlies. People from 45 and up, their mindset on this earth today is like a trash can. They give no words, no nothing to the young people. They don't have nothing to give the young people, but they think they're going over to Mount Zion. So with me, if he had to ask me from what I see it, from the level of the wilderness, from where he allowed me to see things, I would say I can get it like it was back then. I can see why the children got an opportunity to go over to the promised land with Josh. But does it change the children from the parents? No, because the children took over the ways of the parents and repeated the same thing the parents did. But did not y'all know that? Sure, he knew it 100%. So when I look at this here, when I'm looking at 1,000 years, let me tell you something. Each and every last one of you all, let me tell y'all something. 1,000 years. You know what that means? That's longer than any human being ever lived on the face of the earth. He's willing to give that to you. You see how sick the people are? He's willing to give you 1,000 years. He already let you know, I'm going to put a new flesh heart in you. I'm going to put a new spiritual heart in you. He going to put all these things in you so that he himself, when he finished, you're going to live 1,000 years. 1,000 years. And if he's going to allow us to live 1,000 years, you mean we can't give him no praise today? You can't give him no glory. You can't give him no honor. You can't come into a unity with Yah's servants. You can't come into a oneness. He's going to give you 1,000 years. And you down on the earth acting a monkey, thinking you already got your ticket to Mount Zion. Many of you all are not going to see Mount Zion. I know you think you are. You can think what you want. With these wicked hearts and these wicked mindset, they keep telling you your enemy is you, your own mindset, that tells you that you in there. You are part of this. The Most High, if he was telling you that, you wouldn't be conducting yourself with the level of hate that's in your heart. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Because that's what's there. Just the thought of 1,000 years. And in them 1,000 years, there you go. Verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods in Mount Zion. Those are the ones that's going to be found doing now before the Son of Man pull up. So you see why I say to you all, you got to be ready in the spirit. And in the spirit, it has to be found ready. It has to be found blessed and doing spiritual things, teaching, speaking spiritual things. But they ain't going to do that. But they'll sit and tell you, forget all that. I'm going to Mount Zion. I don't care what nobody say. And end up in the lake of fire. I want to say that's sad, but I ain't going to say it because the truth is heaven's already orchestrate who's who and what's what, where everybody going. So when I see that, all because you're ready, he called you blessed. And then he said he's going to make you ruler over his good. He never said what type of people. He didn't tell you because you a Hebrew Israelite. He didn't say that. That's not what this is saying. It's saying, it's talking to the blessed ones, the servants of the Most High Yah. See, that's what you got to keep in mind. Even as a watchman, that's what you got to keep in mind. You can't watch all this stuff that everybody on this devil platform teaching and preaching. You got to be watching for the things that has been prophesied and said, this going to happen, this going to happen, and not say, oh, that since it ain't happened. It's been saying that for 20, 30 years. It's been saying that since I was a kid. Ain't nothing going to happen. Ain't going to. That's what is going to be taking place more so than anything. People are going to be denying that it is going to ever take place because they caught up in themselves believing that it's only going to go the way that they think that it shall go. Let's go to Second Thessalonians. In the book of Second Thessalonians, First Thessalonians. In the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 2, and it reads, First Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 2. For yourself know perfectly that the day of Yah, of the Lord, which is the day of the Son of Man, so cometh as a thief in the night. You see? He coming as a thief in the night. So if he coming like a thief in the night, how can you be ready? Only one place can you be ready, and that's in your spirit. And people have so many problems with being ready in the spirit because they lied in the flesh. that they were saved and full of the Holy Spirit, and they have the Ruach HaKodesh. They know they going. They don't care what nobody say, and but yet they would never know how to be ready in the Spirit. They wouldn't know how. That's how you be able to see the difference between the two. Because they would stand over and say, I don't have to get ready. I know I'm going. I don't think care what nobody say. I know I got my ticket. I know that. See, they'll be able to run in their mouths. And their mouth is their minds. And their mind leads their flesh hard to believe and put that wicked in their heart that I know I'm going. I got mine. But see, they fail to realize. Being ready means being ready in the Spirit. And by them not knowing what that really means, they think they can prepare themselves for the flesh. Anybody that's so prepared in their flesh, you too will be left. Because you get caught up in this world preparing everything in the flesh. Even your hate is so high leveled in your flesh. Your greed and that pride. I tell people all the time, pride ain't going nowhere near the kingdom. It's definitely ain't coming out of here. And it's definitely ain't going over there. Because that's not something he's going to clean up. There's things he's going to clean up. But that's not going to be one of them. Because pride, I think, is definitely on the other side. It's not a side that he's willing to clean up that mess of pride. Okay, there's not discerning the time, and there are people saying that the Son of Man is coming. Oh, yeah. They said, what? 9/11. That really? See what I'm saying? And those people really believe that. But you have to think now, do they have followers? Sure they do. Do you know a person wouldn't put 9/11 2026 if they didn't really believe it? And guess what make them believe it? Is how many people they can convince to believe them. That's why they do that. If I can get 100, 200, 300, 400, if I can just get 100 people to believe me, then I begin to believe it myself. That's how it manifests itself. They believe it like that. And that's how powerful the mind of the flesh is. It'll teach you that you're so right in something and you can be 100% wrong. Ain't that deep? That's how it's your enemy. Because it'll teach you that you 100% right, but you 100% wrong. But it'll tell you you're right. That's how powerful the flesh mind is. And that's how it's an enemy to your own spirit. Because it'll tell you you're 100% right and you can be 100% wrong. Okay? So here in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yeshua HaMashiach so come as a thief in the night. So that's why the question was, how can we be ready then? We can. Our focus should be in the spirit. Always ready. Always ready. 2 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and peace. That scared me, y'all. That right there scared me. That scared me. Reason why, that's one of the main keys. You know how someone had says, keep a watch on the signs of time? There it is. There go one right there. For when they shall say peace, peace, peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's one. You remember we were talking about a watchman, and one says watching the signs of time. There it is right there. Everybody is watching I don't know if y'all know that. Waiting for that time where they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Know that, you guys. That is real. That's going to actually take place. Many people are looking at that as well. That is really going to take place for real. So when we say, how can we watch the signs of time, the signs that's there, that has been spoken and prophesied. That is one of those power punch signs. Peace and safety, and then automatically there it go, destruction. Okay, so that's a good one there as far as watching. You see, okay. So the next one was same, First Thessalonians chapter 1, and we go into verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness. So he's trying to help you to understand, even though one of the signs of time, when they say peace, safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Then he jumps down to 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Okay? But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day that day shall overtake you as a thief, Verse 5, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor the darkness. Okay, listen to verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep. Why? Because we are watchmen. We are to be watching. Sleep is when you in the flesh and you ignore the signs. That's what they do. They sleep on any and everything because they are of the world. They believe the things only of the world, and they sleep on anything else that's way as prophecies. Okay, and it says in 6, therefore let us not sleep as do the others. So you see how you got to be doing. Remember, he said, let him find you doing. That don't mean you're not supposed to go to bed and go to sleep. That's not what he's talking about. All the time, have your spirit geared up in Yah, and Yah in you. Okay? And he says in 6, therefore let us not sleep as others, but let us watch. See that watch? And be sober. Watch and be sober. Okay? So here it's also letting you, all of these verses is telling you to be ready. Find yourself ready. And it's in the spirit must you be ready. Do you know how the world can't get ready there? Do y'all know that? They can't. They can't even touch that rim. So if Yah and you have that relationship where you are already there, hold firm to it. Don't let the world use deception and deceive you. Why? Because that's what I feel they're doing. And I'm going to do a part 2 on this tomorrow. That's what I feel they're doing. They're making you think that everything else in your living is more important, to where you start doing things totally on left and forsaking the right. Thinking, no, but I got to take care of this. I know I got to take care of this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this for the world. I got to be about the world business. I got to be, and forsaking to be ready. You put your guards down. Now you're not watching, meaning your spirit is not on post. You're not hearing the word. You're not seeing what's going on. but you're tied up in all the cares of the world. You can't be ready like that. You got to be ready in the place that Yah is ready to be ready with you. So Sister Deborah, is going to deal with the part 2 probably tomorrow morning. But I say unto you, I hope you got something out of it, because even if you didn't, I know that I did. I appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat. And Sister Deborah, shall and I will be back. I say shalom and have a wonderful night. Shalom and shalom.